Well, if you're going to play football in Arizona, a dome and air conditioning, those are two good things to have, and we've got both here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, come on. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Left side here, caught by Clay. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now it's Lockett. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come. Alert. Undercrush. Check next.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable for Lockett. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A big play there on the option. 56 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
14.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
No game on this defense, no game.
43's the mic.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
March 43. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Play action. Now Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. The drive starts for the completion, left side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
At the 14-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray on the move to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. Nope.
And he fights his way in, not giving up, and it's a Cardinal touchdown. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 43 on the mark.
Wilson now to throw on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a
touchdown, Cardinals! Michael Crabtree, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
He's checking. He's trying.
Here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40.
A gain of 14. And the Seahawks, first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
43's the mic.
Now Wilson. And this is caught by C.J. Procise. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the run.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? The Cards get to him here. He's brought down sack. Clinton McDonald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Switch gears, switch gears. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check. Switch.
Here's Wilson to throw. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Wilson. He hits his running back, pro size. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st down, Seahawks.
43. Check, 43. I know he ain't got it. Further. You got motion man. You 36 power. 43.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go read option with Wilson. He pitches it out, fights loose, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Murray now. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the third player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. And he also noted that he's really comfortable in this scheme. It's like his college days at Northern Iowa when he was part of a team that faced out of a shotgun with a running quarterback. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. It makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
First down, Seattle.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Don't get nervous.
Wilson will throw again. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? You made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to Johnson again. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
On the ready, 54. Mike 54. I got you, son. I got you, son. He's cracked. He's checking crack.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
14.
Good job right there. Good job right there. I'm here all day. Check 3. Check 3. 43.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
6 man.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Here's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And the blitz does come. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Graham. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And the Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He's back to throw. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Murray. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Only way to get the lead here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.
So for the Cards, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.